Welcome to this week's edition of the Industry Newsletter. As you can see, this week we're coming from a great local member, but more about that in a moment. In terms of industry news, we're really pleased yesterday to have hosted our first webinar in our Industrial Relations series. We focused on all things around wages theft. In other words, how do you get your industrial relations right to avoid that notion of wages theft? We had a great attendance, so thank you for all of those that got involved. Anyone who wants the video, get onto the portal. You can download it and watch it at your own leisure. For everybody, all of our members in Cairns and Townsville, breaking news, we're coming your way shortly. We're actually going to hold some workshops both in Cairns and Townsville in early May. So we'll release that information in the coming days, and we're really keen to see you all. And if you're not a member, we'd like to see you as well, and gives us the chance to really talk through about what's happening in our industry. But let's get to some local news. I'm going to hand you over to Graeme, who's going to tell us about his business and some real cool technology that he's deploying here. Graeme, over to you. Tell us about you.
Thanks, Robert. That was really good. Okay, so basically we run two businesses. One is Susie Auto Services. We're a specialist in Suzuki automotive parts and repairs. Have a full workshop here with all the gear. Our guys are pretty much trained on Suzuki. And the other part is the growing part of our business is Oz DIY electric vehicles. We basically do kit parts for conversion so people can convert their own car, or we do whole conversions for people. We're also steadily growing on the service and repair side on battery EVs, Nissan Leafs, iMEVs and those sort of things. We also do a little bit of parts recycling, wrecked a couple of Tesla X's here, and a Mitsubishi electric vehicle as well. So that's where we're growing. Pretty much half our work is electric nowadays, the other half is the petrol side. And so I can just show you a few projects if you like.
That'd be fantastic. It's a real growing part of the industry, I take it. Like the really people wanting to convert.
I cannot keep up.
Yep.
I have got cars downstairs waiting to come up to be converted.
Graham's looking for new skills and new people, so we need to try and help him, that's for sure.
If you've got an interest in this sort of thing and you're a qualified tradesperson,
give him a call.
See me. It's actually a lot of fun to do the conversions for people.
So show us some of the key things about converting your car.
Okay, so I'll just run around the room. We've got this car over
You
here.
walk around and show you.
This one here is a little Suzuki Swift we want to take racing. We've recycled this Tesla engine in there. It's 300 to 400 horsepower, about 300 newton meters of torque.
Wow.
So we basically shoehorned that into this little Swift. We've been putting some batteries in, just taking it to the drive bank and doing a few passes with it. Just basically have some fun with it.
Yep.
This car over here is my own little car, and this one here is a conversion, is a Holden Cruise, all-wheel drive. This will be my own car, 100 horsepower electric motor, looking about 300 newton meters of torque. This car should go exceptionally well.
Yeah, and why electric? It's your personal car, it's obviously your business, but why do you think electric's the way to go?
Oh, you just got to pick up a newspaper. Everybody's going electric.
Yeah, they are, but why?
Well, for me, I did it, 2008 was my first car. I bought three.
Yep.
One for me, one for a partner, and one for a friend.
Yep.
We're still driving those cars every day. We got solar on the roof here. We don't pay electricity here. We run our entire workshop off of solar, and we charge
just makes sense.
two cars.
Yep, makes sense.
So I have
That's
no
fantastic.
fuel bill, no electricity bill. Yeah.
That's really cool.
So it's the way of the future.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about this sexy looking beast up here?
We get a lot of people with classics. This one up here is a 74 Volkswagen Combi. It's been converted to electric. Doing some upgrades on it at the moment. Waiting for some parts. Just something to get used to with electric cars. Sometimes it's got to wait for a bit. So it's that sort of growing industry. Yeah. We also do services and repairs on the original cars like Nissan Leafs and so on.
Hard to get parts for them?
I have to source second-hand parts worldwide.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's a little bit difficult. New parts are very expensive. We're working on battery upgrades for some of those, so where they might have left a battery with a 100k range, we're hoping to increase them to a 300 kilometre range. So working on those sort of projects, but they're sort of way on the back burner because we've just got so much day-to-day work.
And Graeme, one of the key things I hear from our members, a lot of the independent mechanics out there, is they're desperate for information. You know, they're starting to see electric vehicles come into their workshops. What's your lesson to them? Like, how do they get engaged more into learning more about them?
Well, they can always give me a call.
Yep, okay.
I've got no problem with that. If you've got an electric vehicle you've got some sort of problem with. But they're no different really, the factory car's no different really to an ordinary petrol car, in so much as we just hook up our G-scan or a snap-on tool, and generally that'll give you a clear indication of where the fault is.
Okay.
It would help if you had an electrical background.
Yep.
It's certainly
Auto-elec?
Definitely auto electrician.
Yep.
But more on the technical side, so someone who might work on ABS modules or EFI computers or whatever.
Okay.
You know, that sort of experience will be.
So we might talk to you more about that. But in terms of this week's edition, Graeme's an active member of our division. So if we're about to go into our next round of divisional meetings. Come along and listen to people like Graeme around what are the key trends of the industry. Thanks for your time. See you next week.
Thank you.